So I got some of the stuff for our fruiting chamber. Check this out. These are pond foggers. Watch this. I'll plug them in. Boom. Look at that humidity. That's badass, huh? So that makes the air all humid so that the mushrooms can grow with the water they need. And then I got 2 cooling fans to keep the fresh air moving and all the mist and stuff blowing around. A barometer and thermometer. The internal, we put this inside, and then you can look at it out here. It shows the temperature and humidity. Oh yeah, and a couple of timers so we don't have to leave it running all the time. Pretty cool. Now all I need is the freaking greenhouse to show up. So this is like a $12 corner aquarium from Walmart, and I just like cut a big ass hole in the top and then widened that out so I could get the cords through, and then made like an exhaust area and just cut it out. So this kind of works pretty good actually. And if I just mount the fan over here somewhere on the side of the greenhouse, then it should do a pretty good job. So that's kind of cool. 12 bucks, done deal. So this is my $40 greenhouse. Gotta love Amazon. So then I got my little fishbowl tank down here with the pond foggers. I'll be in it eventually. And then I got these cooling fans to distribute the moisture around. I gotta figure out a way to mount them onto here. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard, just some plexiglass or something, cut a hole in it. And then the other one is gonna have to go up in here somewhere. I'm kind of limited on the cord length and I don't want to screw with it, so. And my little thermometer thing, I gotta figure out a way to mount that in here. And, we should be good to go. So I got the plexiglass mounted. Piece of plexiglass. I got the holes drilled for the fan. So then all I gotta do is cut a hole in this and then figure out a way to mount my fan on there. Bingo. So I got the hole cut in the plexiglass and the fan mounted. Turned out pretty good with the little rubber feeties. So yeah, cool. So first fan mounted, got the plexiglass. Got the second one put up on the third shelf. Same deal, just plexiglass right here. Or well, yeah, right here. And so, in theory, it should give good circulation in there. And I got this nifty difty little USB guy here in case I decide to add another fan up here somewhere. So, cool stuff. Okay, so I got my fans mounted. There's one there and there's one up here. It comes with this like flimsy old wire shelf on the bottom, and I think I'm gonna get rid of that and just put a piece of plexiglass down on the bottom. So hopefully that will be a little better. Something like that. So I got my plastic on it now. You can see like this fan right here is underneath the plastic, which I don't want that, so I want to cut a hole in this and then take the motor off and then put the plastic next to this plexiglass and try to find a way to secure it around there so that it just keeps the fan out of the moisture, out of the really humid air in there. So that's next. Alright, fans are on. Kind of a pain in the butt, but anyway, the plastic is now behind the fan. Just to keep it out of the moisture and all that good stuff. There is a little bit of a gap right here that once condensation comes on the inside, I have a feeling it's going to want to drip through here. I'm sure it'll work fine the way it is, but I think I'm going to get some weather stripping and just fill this little space in right here, because I can't get this motor to mount flush to the plastic just the way it's built with the screen and stuff. So yeah, that seems like the best spot right now. Cool. So this is my $12 corner aquarium. I think it's like a gallon or something. I'm not sure, 2.5, something like that. And then the lid to it, all I did was I cut a big hole out of the center, and then I opened that up a little bit. You see it's a little rough. And then I just took a piece of screen and hot glued it in there. And then what right here are pond foggers. There's 2 of them. These were super cheap. They're like 10 bucks on Amazon. Right, put those in there, run the cord through the little back opening right there. And that screen is going to prevent any of the water from flopping up and out of there and leaking all over the place. Because these things, they actually do kind of bubble a little bit. So that's this is my little humidifier thing that I'm hoping will work. I have no idea if I need 1 of these or 2 of these, but we'll figure it out, I guess. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. I think I'm almost set up. I got my little friggin' aquarium in the bottom with 2 pond foggers in it. I got the fan right above it, and then the fan's gonna blow sort of into that hole, so it'd be the intake, and then out of this hole it would be the exhaust. So that's where all the moisture is gonna come from. Doesn't take a genius to figure out that this thing is gonna leak like hell once it condenses, and I can't find a tray big enough to put it in that doesn't look retarded. So right now it's an old Tupperware lid just to kind of test it out. I have everything wired up to this old style analog timer, and this timer allows you to turn things on and off every half an hour. Very simple. You just pull the tab, push the tab in, on, off, all the way through the clock. So it's super easy, super simple to use. The fans, however, I have the fans going all the time for now, just to kind of test and see what's going on. I could plug that into my other outlet if I needed to time the fans, but I don't think I want to yet. So, and I got my little hydrometer, thermometer sensor in here somewhere. And I'm gonna, once I fire it up, I'll move it around and find out like where the average is gonna be, and then I'll mount it in that spot just so it gives me a better idea. All right, cool. So check it. Let's turn it on. There's my pond foggers. See how they kick quite a bit of water up. That's why I put that screen in there. And now, you can kind of see. Yeah, you can see the humidity coming out of there. So now it's just kicking steam and, well, not steam, but just atomized water and humidity. Things are kind of cool. So now the only thing left to do is close this thing up and see how long it takes me to get to 90-95% humidity. And I have my little other display thing outside of here so I can see it at any time. So let's close it up. I'm sorry about terrible video, but you know, I don't do this very often. There we go, closed up, pond fogger's going, fans are going. I've got my barometer in there. We'll see what happens.